Sup nerds, another Thursday, another free games from Epic Games. And this week the tryhards out there will get a treat because the game we can claim is Mortal Shell. Before we get into the game, there is a DLC that is free to claim as well, but it is always free apparently, so might as well claim it while we're claiming the base game. I'm not sure what it adds, but free stuff, am I right? There is a saying here in Brazil, I mean we love free stuff no matter what, and the saying goes, for free, even vaccine on the forehead. So grab your free DLC, it is bound to be better than a vaccine on the forehead, am I right? Anyway, Mortal Shell is a Souls-like game. From the aesthetics of the loading screen, the world, the menus, everything screams Soul-like. Gameplay wise, there are a few differences though. Possibly the biggest difference is that here, there isn't any classes to start out with. Everyone starts the same. But instead, you do get shells, corpses of fallen heroes which you inhabit and get stats from. So each shell can be seen as a specific class if you will, but you can interchange them as you go, and there seems to be 4 shells, maybe a 5th one on a DLC, but 4 in the base game for sure from the shadows and the empty spaces here. But not only so, skills aren't just something you learn with souls that you get from every kill. Instead, here you learn specific skills tied to specific shells, hence reinforcing that each shell is a separate and specific class. And like I mentioned, you don't get souls for everything you kill, but instead, there's a chance that what you kill will drop glimpses. Glimpses is the currency here tied to skills specifically. There is something called tar, which is a currency used to unlock, well, everything including skills, but also to purchase things from NPC vendors. And like shells, there are 4 melee weapons in total in the base game, by looking at the shadows and empty spaces. But also, at least 1 ranged weapon from seeing it here in the workbench. To craft and or upgrade these, you do need specific items which I assume you either buy from the vendor or acquire them in a specific way. There doesn't seem to be a bonfire here that you can light up, like in FromSoft games, but there are these things here which do seem to be checkpoints, and this is where you will spawn if you die. But also, getting to this lady, who is the person who will let you unlock skills for your shells, makes her a sort of checkpoint as well, cause you do spawn by her when you die. But also, learning skills from her does kinda act like lighting the bonfire, because your health is back and all of the enemies you killed are back. The inventory system is okay, it's pretty similar to Dark Souls, but we'll have to check how it is in the gamepad when we look at the Rog Ally. I haven't actually found magic yet though, so I'm not sure that you can actually cast spells in this game. Oh, and I'm not sure about other consumables, but at least mushrooms that you can pick up can grow back after a cooldown, which is nice. As for combat, it is pretty similar to other Souls-like games, normal hit, heavy hit, dodge/roll, but instead of block you do get harden, which turns you into stone. And that has a cooldown so you can't block multiple times in quick successions. And here your stamina does go down pretty quick. I kept finding myself not having enough stamina in the middle of a battle, which is mostly how I died in this game. One nice difference is that if the enemy's attack is unblockable, this thing in your back here does glow, so you will always know when something will be unblockable. And the first time that you die after you respawn, you simply come out of your shell with just a tiny bit of health left to continue fighting. If you can't get to your shell again, your health will be fully regenerated, but the second time that you die after respawning, you will actually die and have to respawn again. Aside from that, the story/lore is pretty cryptic here, just like in any Souls-like games, and I don't think I played enough to get a grasp of it to tell you about it, but you are a being that can possess corpses of fallen heroes, and the other beings in this land do seem to think that is amusing.
What a curiosity you are, wearing a man like a shell.
My, oh my. Aren't you a rare specimen? Rather dashing in that curious attire.
But the main thing is, you do get to this huge being here, and as a favor, it asks you to get it 3 glands of something or other, so that it can extract an essence from it to heal itself. And in doing so, somehow will get you out of this land, which is apparently how this thing came to be captured like this. So that becomes the main quest, to get these 3 glands, which I assume you get by defeating the bosses in each of the 3 regions, aside from the main region here. But like any Souls-like game, there are smaller lore spread throughout the game. You can read these randomly as you interact with different things around the map, but also when you unlock the name of your shells and their subsequent skills, you do get bits and pieces of their memories in written form. And I think that's everything. I didn't play too far because apparently I'm not that good at Souls-like games. Way back in the day, I did play through Dark Souls 1 and got about halfway pretty easily and quickly without much issue, but then my 360 did crap out back then, and so I never got to finish it. But I didn't think it was as hard as everyone made it out to be back then, but I guess that was like over 13 years ago. And I am in my middle ages now, so maybe my reflex has slowed down a bit, or maybe it's because I was playing on a keyboard and mouse this time, which I realize does sound like an excuse. But this game did kick my butt. Even the very first mini-boss here, the Grisha, I died so many times to it. But I guess that is part of the charm with games like these, to keep trying until you overcome the challenge that you are stuck at. Anyway, I think it's a pretty good game, it's definitely pretty good looking, and the aesthetics and lores are all intriguing enough to keep me hooked for at least a few hours. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you do get this loot quite early on in the game, and when you first play it, it does sound horrendously out of tune. But the more times you play it, the more familiarity with the item you get, and gradually it starts sounding better and better, until it sounds quite good. In fact, that's the music I had put in the background this whole time in this video. Pretty moody, it fits the vibe of the game quite well. Anyway, let's check it out with the Rog Ally. So here we are on the Rog Ally, and as you can see, it does look slightly different than the last time we saw it on the videos. It's because I did get this silicone case for it. The white was getting a little bit dirty because my hands are pretty sweaty, so I did get this to put it on, and honestly it feels really nice on the hands. I should probably have done that from the get-go, but here we are. This is how our Rog Ally will look like from now on. And yeah, you can already see that there is a save slot there, so it did save my game from the computer to here. So it does have cloud saving, which is always fantastic. We are currently on silent mode, so we will see how that goes. It says, even on the main menu, it says it's 20 frames per second, 18 frames per second. So that is not a great indication, but we can also check the video. I mean, it does say 1080. We could put it on 720. Frame rate unlimited, VSync no, motion blur. Yeah, I took out all the motion blur and stuff like that. And everything is high. And the FPS keeps going down, guys. We'll see. We could put down like shadow and stuff. Texture will leave it up just to look nice. But foliage quality, medium, we'll leave it like that. Apply. It is going up. 18, 19, 21, 22. So that is fantastic. We'll see how it goes from there. And let's go. You can see these loading screens, they do look quite a bit like yeah, it is pretty laggy, to be honest. It's not that great on silent mode, but it is not too bad. Yeah, but probably not the way we want to be playing, especially in a Souls-like game, which is pretty crucial for you to get the timing right. So let's put on performance mode, and right off the bat you can see that it did get way smoother. 55. It went from like 14 to 50, so that is fantastic. Okay, so that's Oh, that is hardened. I just wasted my harden. Yeah, so in performance mode, 15 watts, definitely really good. Very smooth and playable. Although I'm not so sure about this fog. Was there always this much fog on the computer as well? Ah, crap. That bear trap. We are using the second shell, which has a lot less stamina. That's why I'm running out of stamina left and right. Oof. How do I use the item? Oh. Because it's so foggy, I can't tell if this is focused or not. It is running so smooth. I'm actually pretty surprised. The frame rate did drop quite a bit down. I'm not sure why. Right when I was about to say that it was running super smoothly, it did go down quite a bit. We'll try the boss once. We'll most likely die, and I'm still getting used to the controls. But it is what it is. Yeah, no go. Yeah. Yeah, so I should probably try to get used to the controls first before I try to take on Grisha again. Just that sprint is B, but also the dodge. It's I'll need to get used to this. Let's grab our body bag. Yeah, I need to get used to doing the jump attacks. Because that's what you need to hit the Grisha with, and I was just hitting it with the normal. Yeah, just that normal thing, which was doing a lot less damage. Like that takes a while and does a lot less damage. But yeah, it's pretty short, not much to show because I did talk about everything in the game on that one. And controls here are pretty good, pretty responsive, which is always a great thing on a Souls-like. It does run pretty well, not on silent mode unfortunately, but on performance modes it does run pretty well. It does drop down around 30, 33, but it's around that range, 33 to 50. So it's pretty good. I do think it's fantastic, runs really well, feels very good to play on a handheld. I just need to get used to the controls a little bit. Definitely a good pickup for free, I think. So what do you think? Are you going to be playing this? Or have you already played Mortal Shell before? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider helping the channel out by clicking join down below to become a member. Subscribe to see more videos like this. We are covering every single free game that we get from Epic every Thursday and testing them out to see first on our computer and then testing out to see how it is on the handheld, just like this. We also make collection videos of in-game items, which you can go check out if you want to. But other than that, as per usual, always nerd on.